How's it going, fellas? Welcome to episode 11 of All the Mods 10. I found this Vibranium... This is a post-commentary, by the way. This is not live commentary. I found that Vibranium smithing template in between episodes, and I crafted a thing called a polymorphic wand from Just Dire Things. It's very easy to craft and make the fluid for. It lets you transmutate one monster into another monster or into non-hostile mobs like sheep and stuff. I'm trying to upgrade our mob spawner, basically. So I got one spawner that just makes chickens, and I fed a bunch of chickens some seeds, some GM chicken feed, that created a bunch of these different mob eggs. So we got like a mob egg for slimes and skeletons and creepers and ghasts, although I totally destroyed the ghast spawner on accident later, you'll see that. And we're going to farm all these different fellows because we need all of their drops. So here I'm just adding redstone control, and I'm also going to apply all of the apotheosis upgrades here, like clocks and fermented spider eyes and sugar, I believe. Now, I did say that the gas spawner got destroyed, but before I accidentally destroyed it, I did get a decent bit of gas tears from the thing, which is also another item that you need in order to upgrade the spawners. So I was able to upgrade the spawners with all the gas tiers, but even if I hadn't destroyed it, you can craft gas tiers from catalyzing glands, which is a reliquary drop from creepers, so that's cool. But the main reason I'm doing this is I actually want all those reliquary drops so that we can craft lily pads of fertility to have a ridiculously fast crop farm. But yeah, here I'm just hooking up the logistics, I'm linking up the drawers. We're switching from the netherite chest to a drawer system because it just works a lot better. And yep, I accidentally destroyed the gas spawner right there, that was embarrassing. Yeah, I just looked at myself. I had to reflect on that for a moment and make sure that when I was decreasing the range of the other spawners that I did not accidentally destroy them. And I also upgraded to some premium armor, so that was pretty cool. It's kind of ugly though, so I just turned off all the cosmetic armor. I'm not sure if I will put on any other armor or not. But yeah, that's what I did in between episodes. And by the way, welcome back to live commentary. This is live commentary, I promise. I just thought I would do some stuff in between episodes and make like a little, compilation of cuts and add some post-commentary to it is all. If I can navigate in this third-person mode I'm in right now. So I did ultimately shrink the size of the mob farm. I added some XP taps here so I could draw the XP out of the tanks and into my player, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, this is smaller now, which is neato. I got this fan that blows down things like blazes and whatever faster so they get killed faster. And this is the master lever, which controls all of them. I used the redstone pen mod to draw redstone on the walls, and that turned out really good. This thing is absolutely absurd, though. It is very quick. Makes a lot of items. I left it running for not too long, and we already have 132,000 slime balls, 11,000 pearls, half a thousand catalyzing glands. Nowhere near as many catalyzing glands as I would like. Tons of nebulous hearts and magma cores, though. And we even are making gem dust still, because there is a salvaging table down there. And this guy, all of the items get sucked in to this chest via this item collector right there, which is a little hard to see. And I can turn off items being piped over here because this also turns them off from being piped into the trash can. So like if I'm working on it and I accidentally drop my pickaxe or something, it will get sucked into there, but it turns off the pipe, and the pipe is what sends stuff over there. So my items won't get instantly flown over to the trash can. So that's good. Don't want to accidentally delete my premium Paxel here. That'd be terrible. But yeah, that was a huge upgrade, and I'm very happy with that. Anyways, enough yapping about the upgrade. In between episodes, I also auto-crafted some stuff. So let me show you something first. So last episode, we set up plastic processing. We set up, we can make... I'll show that in a second. We can make plastic and latex automatically, and we've already gotten 1.5 thousand plastic, and this thing's about full. This tank, we have over 900 buckets of liquid latex. What helped this be speed boosted significantly is I did not have processing upgrades in here, but I do now. So I have a tier 2 efficiency, speed, and processing upgrade in each of these fluid extractors. And in between episodes, I added more thermo generators. They're only the spirited tier. I would like to eventually upgrade them to the nitro tier. The problem is that those cost another stars. But we are producing a lot of power here. So this is 14 spirited thermo generators. So had our rainbow generator worked out, which produced 50,000 RF per tick, this produces about 95,000. So this is almost 2 times faster. And keep in mind, the other thing wasn't even working. So like, this is just an insane upgrade for our power generation. This soul lava stuff is really OP, and I really love these framed doors. I love making framed trapdoors and stuff. You can see I just used the frame trap door so sneakily throughout the series. And last but not least, I got this premium armor, which I did not realize it's not unbreakable. I kind of figured that it would never break, but I guess I was wrong. I could always craft mending books, I suppose. We just need these experience rods. Although I don't have solarium or energetic alloy on autocraft, but there are seeds for them at least. I'll do that later though. In between episodes, I used a ridiculous amount of plastic and liquid latex to craft things for our ore laser. So here I've got the ore laser base on autocraft. I can't make it yet because we need pink slime. We don't have access to that yet. And I don't know why it says it needs iron ore. Is that right? Iron. It does need iron ore. It's so random. I'm gonna have to silk touch some iron ore, I guess. Huh. Yeah, aside from that though, I have all the add-ons for drills whenever we get them. And I also have the drills themselves, 36 of them. That was a pretty expensive craft to get all these things, and it took a while too, just waiting. So for now, I'm going to stick these in the backpack. But if I want to get pink slime, I'm going to need this mob slaughter factory. So I guess I'm going to need some sticks, first of all. I never have sticks for some reason. I'm going to need 2 swords and 2 iron axes. And I can autocraft that gold gear, and there's our mob slaughter factory. Something we don't have on autocraft is range add-ons, and I'm definitely going to want a range add-on for this thing. So I guess I'm just going to get literally every single range add-on on autocraft, because why not? I did upgrade our pattern provider down there for the dissolution chamber. It's been upgraded to an extended pattern provider, so it should be able to handle all of these new patterns about to get. I always thought these range add-ons were weirdly cheap. Like the max tier range add-on just needs emeralds, redstone, glass panes, and latex, and that's it. I always thought that was super odd, but give it to me. And it's done. There's my range add-on. So I guess I'll also want some speed efficiency processing add-ons. That probably makes sense, right? So let me get those as well. I can't make tier 3 or 4 yet because they need pink slime, and I believe tier 4 might need ether gas or echo shards or something like that, so I'm stuck on tier 2 right now. But it's fine, the tier 2 is honestly still pretty quick. So I'm going to stick our mob slaughter factory just right here, give it the add-on. We'll see the working area. Oh yeah, it's definitely enough range, so I'm going to hide working area, put in our upgrades, and give this thing a flux point so it has power. So now if I turn off the mob masher with this lever, it'll stop killing them with the mob masher, and our mob slaughter factory will instead be the thing killing them. So let's take a look in here. So tons of liquid meat. That's about what I was expecting. Hostile mobs will produce more liquid meat than pink slime, but we will still get both. We'll just get a lot more liquid meat. I'm going to give this thing 2 tanks. On the left side is where I wanted to push liquid meat. On the right side is where I wanted to push pink slime, and we'll get a storage bus for both of these. I love using the shrinking device. It's so handy. This thing's producing liquid meat so quickly that it can't get it outside of its internal buffer fast enough. That's funny. But we already have 5 buckets of pink slime, which is what we were after. The only downside about using the mob slaughter factory is, if you couldn't tell, it doesn't produce any mob drops. It just makes the liquids and that's it. So this is not a thing we'll want running all the time over the mob masher. Now there is the mob crusher, which I know is confusing. There's a mob masher, which is this thing I have running here. There's a mob crusher, which is from an entirely different mod. And there's the mob slaughter factory. The slaughter factory produces the liquids. The crusher will produce items, but the mob masher also produces items. Except the mob masher is even better because you can put fortune on it. You can put fortune on the mob crusher too, just not as many levels. So mob masher for the win, basically. The mob masher is just insane. Now, I don't know if I have enough channels on the wire that's over here to add these 2 storage buses. I guess I'm just going to have to find out. I can even find where the cable is. There it is. So that's 2 channels right there. Plus, I think there's another 2 channels over there. There's one right here and one over there. Plus another channel for our terminal up there. And that's going to go into this right here. So this, of course, is fine. I just don't know if this glass cable is fine. So let's see. Let's just get a dense cable. I'm just going to stick it right here. How many channels? 8? Is it only 8 because... How many are in here? So this is 5. And how many are in this? This is 3. So 5 plus 3 makes 8. Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. That works out, I think. And I'm checking these. These look perfectly fine, so I think we should be good. Now, do I have pink slime in here? Sure do. Can I have the ore laser base? Sure cannot, because I don't have iron ore. Can I RTP and then find iron ore and mine it with a silk touch pickaxe? Sure can. I should have a vengeance pickaxe somewhere with silk touch on it. In here, maybe? No? Oh, that's right, I broke that pickaxe. I'm gonna have to go make another silk touch book. I've been making them because, like, when you mine a spawner, it takes 100 durability. It breaks pickaxes really quick. Ignore this, by the way. We'll be worrying about that later. I've been making them with the enchanter from Ender.io. I just need a book and quill and slime balls and lapis, which I already have in there, and it makes a silk touch book. I like to make sure I only have the appropriate amount of levels to save XP, though. So I need 13 levels. Give me that. And I'll get another vengeance pickaxe just because they have a high base durability. And I need 4 levels, so retrieve 4. And then boom, silk touch pickaxe. I can get that iron ore I needed. I'm gonna do slash back. So I'm just gonna vein mine until I find some iron, I guess. Why is it so hard to find iron? I haven't found any yet somehow. Still digging for iron. Like, bruh. Oh my god, I found some and I literally instantly broke it. I don't know where it went. It's gone. I instantly... You know what? Hang on. Can I craft iron ore with the combiner from Mechanism? Maybe? No, I can't. Okay, well, there goes that theory. I think... Is this recipe, like, just outdated or something? It feels so weird it went specifically iron ore. Like, it would have made sense pre-Minecraft, what was it, like 1.19 or whatever, that changed iron ore into raw iron. I don't know what update it was, but, like, I wonder if this recipe is just old from that update and it hasn't been, like, swapped over. Okay, I found some iron ore, finally. Gotta make sure I don't ruin everything. Oh my god, okay. I'm about to say, if it's only one piece, I'm literally just gonna start crying. Like, you can't stop me, I'm just gonna start crying. I will be hysterical and you will not be able to stop me. Okay, can I kindly have my ore laser base? Thank you. Wait for that to craft. It should only take a couple of seconds. And then, boom, we have it. I lied. But boom, we have it right now, and we don't have it yet. Okay, hang on. What is wrong with you? Why? Why no work? What it gets stuck on? Let's look. Is it trying to craft netherite scrap? Okay, I tried to set up a netherite scrap automation with the combining factory. It's going to make ancient debris and then crush it in the crusher, enrich it. That's fine. The crushing and enriching works, but you can't input the extra item and the input item from the same side. And it's not hard to automate. It's just the fact that it requires more space than these 2 blocks. So, yeah. I guess I have to fix this then. So let me fix this. All right, so I instead have the pattern provider going into this barrel. This Enderman's bothering me. The pattern provider goes into this barrel. It will put in... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I don't know what just happened. It had to have gone in the system, right? Let me get another pattern. So when we try to make ancient debris, right, it's going to send us 2 netherite dust and a piece of basalt. Okay, so that netherite dust and that piece of basalt is going to go into this barrel. Not the pattern. Oh my gosh, what just happened to it? I think I just sent it back into the system. Okay, make sure I disconnect that. That is not supposed to be connected right there. Okay, so this goes in the pattern provider right here. It's going to send in the netherite dust and the basalt. The basalt is going to go through into the back where it's extra. That means it's going to end up, I think, in this slot. And the netherite dust is going to end up in the top slot. I just have to set this to extract, which I did, and that to extract, which I did. And I'm using universal pipes and also providing the combiner power with the flux point, which just happens to be right nearby. So pretty convenient. And just make sure this does indeed have a channel. It's online. That's good. You are missing a channel. I'll figure that out later. But let me see. Is this working? Can I have a piece of ancient debris? It did indeed make ancient debris. Now I just need to get it back into the system, which I kind of forgot about that. I'll do that with an import bus, which will be right there. So you will export out the bottom, and I just need to connect it with a Fluix cable. So here you go. Whoops, too many. Autocrafting complete. 1 ancient debris. Nice. So can I have my ore laser? Oh, it already made it. I did not make it, so it just must have eventually finished. Anyways, let me make sure I cover this up. So you go there, and then these 2 go there. I just need to fix the fact that this is apparently now 2 of them missing a channel. The issue is probably that this Fluix cable is out of channels itself. So I would think that this should solve that issue. There we go. So this is, yeah, it's carrying 10 channels. So now these two both say they're online. But is this up here doing okay? 29 and 26, yeah, they're chilling. All right, crisis averted. So I can finally set up this ore laser base and we can have our hands on some echo shards. I'm not sure where I want to put this. So I know I need a special lens for echo shards. I don't know if the Y level matters or not. Minimum Y -64, maximum Y 20. So I guess I should place it at like Y 19 or whatever. I don't know. And I need a blue laser lens, which I just make a regular laser lens and then dye it blue. So let me get a recipe for a laser lens. I guess I'll just get the recipe for the blue one. I thought there was just a single recipe and you just dye them colors. I guess I was wrong. So you go in here. Can I have a blue laser lens? You're gosh darn right I can. Thank you very much. And I should have like a secret little hole around here somewhere that just goes down to bedrock. Somewhere, maybe, possibly. Right here. Yep, that's it. Just a scary little death hole right here, no big deal. Alright, got a little area going on down here. So I have not done this in a while, but I believe we do something like this, maybe? Although I might need to rotate these now that I think about it. I think it has to be something like... Where'd my things go? Literally, they were just in my inventory. Where on earth did they go? I'm so confused. How did they go back in the system? I don't know. But whatever, we got them. That's all that matters. So if you place it like that, it for some reason rotates this way. I don't know why. What if I do this? No. I literally don't understand. Can I rotate them with the wrench? No. This is going well. Let me try something silly here real quick. This should net me some grains of infinity whenever the fires go out. Whenever they decide they want to. They're taking their sweet time right now. Oh, one of them just did a thing, got some grains. I can use those to make the primitive alloy smelter, that thing, which I think gets power off coal. I'll give it some lignite coal. Make the stone compound gear real quick. I'm trying to make a heater wrench. I just need 3 copper alloy ingots, which needs 3 silicon and 3 copper. So silicon's really easy. We have it on AutoCraft. Copper's really easy. We have it on AutoCraft. So all in all, really easy. So give me the copper and the silicon. I apparently don't have any copper bars. Just give me $1,000. I don't care. There we go. Throw these in here. We'll have 3 copper alloy once this decides it's done being slow. I read that the yeeter wrench apparently is able to rotate these things, so we'll see about that. Gimme, gimme. So can I have myself a yeeter wrench? Yes, I can. Thank you. Do you work on this? Oh my god, it does work. Thank god. So I just got to do this. Yeah, that's amazing. All right, cool. So I'm going to place down a 3x3 block of these, essentially. Rotate them all to face me. Then I'm gonna do this on this side. Oh, that is incredible. I love that. We're gonna get some right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then 9 more right here. Which now that I think about it, I can't tell which of these is the correct direction. Actually, don't. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I'll start with this, and if this isn't the correct direction, then I'll just change it. Easy. So, in the middle of all of this, I'm going to put the ore laser base. Boom. So that's going. It doesn't have any power right now, so it shouldn't actually be making anything. I'm going to give it this blue laser lens, which I guess goes there. I don't actually know. How do we make the echo shard? Let's take a look. Ore laser base, blue laser lens, makes echo shard. Can I set the Y level on this? I can. I'll just keep it at -58. It's probably fine. Now, does this need power? I don't think this actually needs power. I think just our laser drills need power. And this is probably, yeah, it's already started. So let me give all the laser drills power. All right, so this should give all of our laser drills power. I'm going to give it this ultimate pipe upgrade to make sure they all stay full of power. So this should be going up pretty quickly. It could be faster because none of these things have upgrades yet. All my upgrades are still just chilling here in my backpack. Does this thing take upgrades? Efficiency? Processing? It doesn't take processing upgrades. It does not. Does it take speed? It does not take speed. It just takes efficiency. That's fine. So we're going to now fill up these guys with their upgrades. Is there an easy way to do this? I actually don't know. Efficiency, processing speed. Can I shift right click? Okay, I think... Yeah, I can shift right click. I just need to take the torches out of my offhand so I can just walk around and do this. That makes things a bit easier. I think. I don't know. God, I wonder how much power this thing is using. That's kind of scary to think about. I hope we're making enough, because we're making like 100,000 RF per tick. But this thing is probably pretty power hungry. I don't know. Alright, apparently I miscalculated. I need an extra efficiency. I guess because I put one in the ore laser base, so I didn't calculate for that. So put that in there. These are now all full of upgrades. This thing is zooming. I can't help but notice that it has not made any items. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here or not. I don't know. I do wonder how much power this is using. Let me check on power, because I'm very curious. Not slash spawner, slash spawn. Let's take a look. We're not hurting too bad, are we? Now we're keeping up, because it's not going down or anything. Yeah, we're doing fine. So what if I just fill this thing with laser lenses? So what if I get 5 more? Let's just see what happens. Here you go. I have some more laser lenses for no reason. Maybe the depth is weird. Okay, let's take a look at the depth. So Echo Shard. What depth do you need for Echo Shards? Negative 64 and Y20. Let's just try like 0. Depth of 0. Okay, it's making coal. It's making things. We got things. Things are happening. So I did bring down some drawers for when things start to finally happen, and a controller so I can just make sure all the items have a place to go. So I'm going to link all of these drawers to this controller, and then I'm going to lock them. And then make sure that you are actually set to output and that you have an upgrade for your items. Okay, cool. Now that I've locked them, they can't accept anything, so let me unlock them. Now they'll start filling up with crap. I don't see any Echo Shards yet, but I'm sure we'll get some eventually. And just to make sure that they don't fill up with stuff like multiple times, let me get some void upgrades on each of these. That's not quite what I wanted right there, sorry. Tell you what, we're getting a lot of whatever that is. What is that? Sapphire ore and lapis ore, we're getting a lot of those. No Echo Shards, but I'm sure we'll get some eventually. I only need like 1, I think, or just a couple before I can start duplicating them. I just need a couple to get the structure compass so I can find and trap a warden. Yeah, I guess this is just a waiting game now to see if I can get some. Is there like a weight to this? A weight of 1. So if this is a weight of 1, then what is the weights of other things? Let's take a look. So this is a weight of 6, 14, and 1. And this is just 3 items. So this is definitely a little bit odd because I'm definitely getting a lot more items than these 3 items. So I'm just going to wait around and see if this ever produces any Echo Shards for me. So I may have realized the issue with this. If I look up Echo Shard here, Echo Shard, and come over here to laser drill items, and I look at the whitelisted biomes, it says deep dark. So I might have to build this in a deep dark biome. Shouldn't be a big deal. I'll just have to find one. 1,000 blocks away. That's not too bad. So I guess I'm just gonna pack all this stuff up. All right, I'm headed to the deep dark, I guess. I want to say I'm sure this is what I've been to, but since I'm loading new chunks right now, I'm starting to think that I may not have been to this deep dark, but I don't know. All right, I'm in the deep dark now. All right, let's give this another try. So flux point, extract power, get an upgrade. All of these should be getting powered. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is fast. What on earth? I was expecting some Echo Shards. I wasn't expecting like... Is that like literally every item is an Echo Shard? Oh my gosh, I actually think literally every item it produces right now is an Echo Shard. That's kind of incredible, actually. I am very down for that. I am very, very, very down for that. Well, I was expecting some Echo Shards. I wasn't expecting like a whole stack of them. This is insane. So I think it was Neptune that told me about this. First of all, let me turn all these spawners off. You can give Echo Shards to the spawners. And sorry, that fan right there is blowing me down. You can give Echo Shards to the spawners and it increases like through looting. I don't know how many you can give. It doesn't seem like a ton. That's fine. So let me give all these guys max Echo Shards. Hold control. So they have echoing 5. Now if I look up spawner from Apotheosis and go to the end here on spawner modification, echoing. So spawn mobs will drop extra loot, increasing with value. So I guess this is just like looting 5, but we already have looting 10. So this, I guess, is kind of like looting 15, but I don't know if it's like multiplicative or a linear increase. I don't know. We're going to have to just find out. I'm just going to turn it on. Just kind of look at the numbers, I guess. So we're at 133,000 slime balls right now. I need to turn this guy off. I guess I should set it to run with redstone signal and then slap a lever on it. So if I ever want it to run, I can just turn it on. and then turn on the mob masher. Okay, we're still at 133,000. I guess this chest isn't, yeah, it's not doing anything. So turn that on. Is the pipe even going to be able to keep up? Okay, the pipe is definitely going to be able to keep up. We've already gotten 2,000 slime balls. But, I mean, I can tell, like, I think it's definitely doing something. It is for sure doing something. Anyways, that's really cool to have. I'm trying to remember, that was one reason Echo Shards were good. I just remember the other reason. Soul Surging. We need ether gas set up, of course, but we can now make stuff for Soul Surging. So let me look up Soul Surge. If you're unfamiliar with Soul Surging, you can basically send in these souls into machines with these soul surges right here, and it heavily increases how fast they operate. Apparently it just needs some kind of stone, it needs these echo shards, piston, and plastic. We literally have all these automated now, so we just have soul surges automated now, which is awesome. The only problem is it needs souls, and souls, funny story, you quite literally, I think, will have to extract them from a warden. And we obviously don't have a warden. So we're not quite there to soul surging yet, but we're one step of the way there. Also, I would like to thank the person that commented on my last video. It was a comment from Glitter. Oh my gosh, I just scrolled and I did not want to do that. It was a comment from Glitter Sword. They let me know that I need to install the data model from last episode. I tried to get a Wither data model. I need to install it in the Deep Learner from the same mod. So thank you for letting me know about that. I'm going to finally do that. And also just random shout out to Kimono and Steve Hefner for just being around and also being commenters. If you didn't know, comment on my videos. I read those and I respond to them. So this Wither data model I need to install in this Deep Learner, which I've already crafted. So you go in here. Apparently I can do 4 at a time. I'm going to want another data model because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want a data model for wardens as well. I don't know. Well, I think I do, but I'm not sure if I do because we're already making so many echo shards from that one thing that I'm not sure if I'm even going to need warden data models or not. I don't know. We'll find out later. But if I go and spawn another Wither with soul sand wither skulls, I should actually level up the data model this time. So I'm just going to drop them down over here. So boom, 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 and boom, boom, boom. And kill the Wither. What is that? What is that? I've never seen that before. I don't know what that is. Oh, hang on a second. Isn't there like a special thing that I should kill him with? To get, you know, so we can do Awakened Draconium? Or not Draconium, Awakened Supremium. Yeah, in order to get this, we need Cognizant Dust, which you can get from the Wither or Ender Dragon when killed with an Essence weapon enchanted with Mystical Enlightenment. I'm gonna die, by the way. We'll worry about that later. Sorry for all the explosions in the background while I'm talking. I'm not gonna worry about that right now, but that is something I'm aware of. We do need to kill this guy with a Mystical Essence. Some kind of weapon enchanted with... Sorry, I cut myself off there. Some kind of weapon enchanted with that thing. So, I am aware of that. I'm just not gonna worry about it right now. I just want to see if this data model thing works. Alright, shoot, let me get my drops before they fly away. There we go. Okay, slash spawn before I die, thank you. So let's take a look. What happened here? So, we've got a faulty Wither data model. Simulation cost 2,560 FE per tick, that's nothing. We just need to kill a couple more. I would not mind having a Wither skeleton spawner in here so that I can get skulls to do this, because I don't have any skulls. And I don't really want to get rid of any of these spawners. I'd probably just add another spawner. I just realized, I think I totally abandoned my laser drill where I was making echo shards. I'm going to fly back over there sometime to set a waystone or something. Anyways, I'm going to get a Wither skeleton mob swap. Should be very darn easy to find a Wither skeleton, I would assume. That's an archer of some kind. Does that work? Wither skeleton, yeah, that works. I'm then going to get a bucket, get XP, and get a single seed. Combine these 3 items together, get some GM chicken feed. I'm going to find one of these remaining chickens on my island and feed it to it and say happy birthday to Darko. Okay, so I'm going to get my egg. Wow, I already did this. I did not know I did that, or I forgot, one of the two. And I also need a spider spawner, so I guess I'll do that at the same time. So I'll just take a piglin brute spawner I don't care about, and another piglin brute spawner I don't care about, and make sure I have my vengeance pickaxe with soul touch on me. It's around here somewhere. There it is. And come in here, I guess I'll do one here and one here. So I'm going to place down the... First of all, I need comparators so they don't start spawning things. This enables redstone control. Place down those, and then change you to spider and you to wither skeleton. Cool. I'm going to divvy up my remaining fermented spider eyes. Okay, it actually doesn't need that many, so we're fine. And they're both going to get sugar and clocks. They are also going to both get soul lanterns so they ignore light, and so that they make extra drops, they're both going to get echo shards. How many do they get? They seem to get 5 echo shards each. All right. And last but not least, they're going to get some pistons, and I'm going to hold quartz in my offhand. That is going to decrease the range of the spawner. So I think they each get 2. Now I just need to hook them up with redstone links. So for the wither skeleton redstone link, I'm going to use a wither skull fragment, and for the spider, I'm going to use a spider eye. Make sure they're both set on receiving mode by right-clicking them with the wrench, and then you're good to go. I am going to have to modify my master lever here, so I'm just going to get rid of that redstone with the pen, set this as a dot, and set that as a dot. And here I'll put the 2 links, and I'm going to need 2 more levers. So right here, and then I'm going to make the redstone pen go into this new lever right there. So now if I turn that on, it turns all of these on. So I'm going to set one of these to wither skull fragments, the other to spider eyes, and we should start seeing both of them in there. I'm going to turn off all of them and just enable the 2 that I care about right now, just to see if they're working. Nothing's spawning quite yet. It's worrisome. It's very possible that the ceiling is a little bit too low. So let's see what happens if I break down some of the ceiling. Okay, I broke some of the ceiling and we're getting wither skeletons now, so that was part of the problem. I believe I can fix both those problems by giving them each a piston, and that should make them start spawning. Oh yeah, that is working. So I'm going to cover this back up before they start flying out and creating problems. That spider clinging might be a problem, but it looks like he stopped, so I don't know. We'll just have to look and see. I'd imagine a lot of these items are flying into the trash can right now, so I'm going to turn that off. We're going to make sure we want to store wither skeleton skulls. I guess, oh my gosh, my magnet is turned on. We want to store wither skeleton skulls. We want to store these chelicerays. I don't know how to say that word, I'm sorry. We want to store skull fragments and withered ribs as well. And there should be some kind of withered bone from Bobley's. This mod that adds the heart canisters and the hearts. The withered bone. I don't see any here, so I'm not sure how you get them. Maybe we just were unlucky. I don't know. And apparently fine silk. Do we care about fine silk? Kind of assuming we don't, right? We probably don't care about fine silk. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that one. That one's going to go into the trash can. So we'll get a drawer just for withered drops. So skull fragments, withered ribs, and I guess we can also store coal, because why not? It's going to make a lot of coal. That might be kind of nice. It's starting to lag from the amount of items on the ground, but I should be able to just go ahead and put this here. Then we're going to need a drawer for spider-related stuff, which I realize we actually already have one. I just need to add this item that I don't know how to pronounce the name of. And I think that should be it. I just need to make sure that the one for wither-related items is linked to the controller. So there you go. Now I can turn this back on, and our lag should soon subside as we gain hundreds of items. Although I'm realizing now I don't have any drawer upgrades on that fella. So let me make sure he's got some upgrades going so he doesn't immediately fill up. There we go. We're going up in items. Yeah, it actually got stuck for a second because it doesn't even have a void upgrade, so we didn't lose any items there. But it does need a void upgrade just in case, so let me make sure it also has access to a void upgrade. It's still trying to go through all of these items. It's so much coal. I made 5,000 coal in that short amount of time. Are you kidding me? That's insane. I'm going to turn these off because the amount of items this is somehow producing, despite only having 2 of the spawners active, is a little bit absurd. I don't know how I was able to do that. I guess those echo shards are just that ridiculous. I don't know. Anyways, let me put these items away and put some of these away. So from that short amount of time, we got 200 skulls, thousands of fragments, and tens of thousands of coal. thousands of spider eyes and string and these things. I don't know how to pronounce them still. I'm going to look that up. Hey, Google. How do you pronounce CHELICERAE? Let's see what Google says. No, I didn't want you to add that to the thing. Okay, new plan. Google, shut up. I'm not talking to you anymore. Oh my god. Okay. What does this have to say? Yes, allow. I don't care. Shelicere. 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 Just let me hear it. Can I hear it?
Shelicere.
Shelicere. Okay, apparently it's Shelicere. Now you guys know. It definitely wasn't me that had to know. And by the way, if you couldn't tell, there is a drawer for chickens and cows, but I realized that they don't spawn in there because there's no grass, so I scrapped those. I guess I could just remove them. I don't see why I need to have them here if they're not going to be doing anything. And this is the final form of our mob spawner for now, I believe. I'm a little bit scared, but I guess let me just hit that button and I'm just going to see what happens. I'm sure this thing is overflowing with... surprisingly not yet at least. I bet it will be soon. Because this is absolutely absurd. I just realized why items keep appearing and disappearing. It's because I enabled the pick block feature on my wireless crafting terminal. And the reason why that's a problem is because the same button for pick block is the button I use to start and stop recording. So every time I start and stop recording, things just disappear and appear in my inventory. I don't know why it's happening. So I need to probably turn that off. But I'm surprised to say this is actually keeping up. Honestly, almost can't believe it. It's a good way to get coal, apparently. I've been taking all the XP from the spawner and storing it inside of this thing. So we have over 200 levels when we're ready to do some apotheosis stuff. So that's nice. Now I suppose I'll finally show this off. When I'm ready, I would like to move the farm over there into this thing. So let me just jump in here. So it's just a compact machine. It turns out they're really easy to make in this mod pack. And it would be better to have the farm here because it would make less FPS lag when we're in the overworld. So eventually I would like the farm to be here. The only real way you get out is either /spawn or you take this thing out of your curio slot and then you right click with it. I don't like taking it out, so I just do /spawn. I hate to say it, I feel like I've been blabbing so much this episode, but I'm about out of time. All I really did was blab. I just blabbed about the mob farm. I blabbed about the freaking ore laser base. I blabbed about plastic production and this stuff. That's really about all I did. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to be a blabbermouth this episode, but I kind of was, wasn't I? My apologies for that. But in the next episode, I would like to get a flight augment for our premium armor for creative flight, because the jetpack is pretty good, but when I'm hovering, I'm still go down. I just want to stay in place. I don't want to move down. So I need a better hover mode, which is just creative flight. I just need creative flight. So I want to get that. Another star seed for mystical agriculture would be great. If we could get a warden in a stasis chamber for souls, for soul surging, that'd be awesome. We have a lot of things to do, and I'm very excited to do them right after I delete that death waypoint that's bothering me. But I hope you guys will stick around and do them with me. That would be pretty cool. I'll tell you right now, if you wanted to hit the subscribe button, it wouldn't hurt my feelings, not even a little bit. You could hit that thing 30 different times as long as that on the 30th time you hit it, it still says subscribe. Like you can subscribe and then unsubscribe and then resubscribe. Hit that button 30 times. I don't care. As long as it says subscribe at the end, I don't care. So, and if you want to make 30,000 different accounts and subscribe to me on all of those too, I would be totally cool with that. I wouldn't mind. Actually, that's a bad idea. That's like how you'd probably get banned off YouTube. Don't do that. Just use your regular account. Maybe ask your mom to subscribe to. If your grandma doesn't know what YouTube is, but she has an account for some reason, and grab her phone and hit the subscribe button on Prince Vince's channel. That'd also be pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 12. Hope you enjoyed and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye. See you later. Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you later. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.